Hi guys, here is everything you need to know about the Volkswagen ID5 GTX. The car I have today is a 77 kilowatt-hour 4Motion 340 PS version, which sits at £63,000 with selected options. But the ID5 GTX has a basic retail price of £55,000. The ID5 is a style-focused SUV coupe. That's a first for VW. Now, its main focuses are sustainability, practicality, equipment, and also that improved VW quality. The GTX has more power and also the four-wheel drive. It's similar to how the GTE and the GTD is in that Golf market. This means more power, sportier styling, and a better equipped model with everyday usability and comfort. You'll find a 77 kilowatt-hour battery, which is going to give you up to 328 miles of range. Now, that is less than what the standard model of the ID5 will get you, so it's balancing performance with your range. With a total of 340 PS power and a torque split between 545 Nm to the rear axle and 134 Nm to the front, and it's even super speedy charging at 135 kilowatt rapid DC. You may recognise the design from the ID Cross concept released in 2017. But it does look very similar to the ID4, however the main difference is the sloping roofline and the massive spoiler at the back. This gorgeous King's Red premium metallic with the black roof adds to the sporty look, whilst the 20-inch diamond turned surface wheels further adds to its presence. The IQ light matrix and 3D LED rear light clusters just finish off the look. The ID range really does have a statement look, especially the front end. But with this, the rear is my favourite. Even for its size, it's not a bad looking car. Thanks to the longer wheelbase, you get a very spacious interior, and that includes the boot as well, but we'll touch on that slightly later. Now, the quality is what you expect from VW, but I think they've really levelled up the game. The seats are absolutely stunning. The quality of every material feels like they've put some design thought into this. These style comfort seats with the red stitching and GTX badging are far from boring. But the most impressive thing about the inside is the boot space. Like I said with the boot, it is very, very spacious. In fact, you get 549 litres, which rises to over 1,700 with the rear seats down. It's nice and flat, it's very spacious. You're not going to have trouble fitting much in here. VW have been improving their technology year upon year in the ID range, and the ID5 is no exception. With a 12-inch infotainment screen taking your attention from afar, there is more under the surface. From intuitive voice control system to Park Assist Plus, it has everything you need and more. And let's not forget about adaptive cruise control, Volkswagen Connect, and augmented reality heads-up display. So this is actually my first time driving an ID product, let alone an ID5 and let alone a GTX. So let's head to the road and actually see what we need to know. It's definitely got a punch to it, and that's something that you really want from an EV. It's one of their unique characteristics. So having that extra power of the GTX is only going to emphasize that quality that we love. It just means in real world terms that anytime you need to speed up onto a motorway, kind of getting out of a junction, anything like that, you can really trust the car that it's going to get you where you need to go. The 4Motion system mixed in, it's really secure in terms of its acceleration. It's not wobbling, it's not going anywhere, it's going exactly where you want it to go. So let's just do another little acceleration test, shall we call it. Even all the way up to 70, it's very smooth in terms of the acceleration. It doesn't just drop off like in some electric cars, it's very consistent. I believe the top speed is 112 miles an hour, which is plenty, more than enough to get you where you need to go on the UK roads. But also the fact that because 70 is our limit, you know that the power delivery is going to be always there for you. On the roundabouts, it's a bigger car. It's going to have that little bit of lean, but it still feels stable within that, if that makes sense. It's not rolling, it's just kind of leaning into the roundabout and into the corners. For my first ID product in itself, I'm very impressed with the whole electric system. The regen's lovely. It's very easy to just kind of manipulate the car with the brakes, especially if you're looking further ahead on the road. And for noise, another EV attribute that you love, it's very quiet. It's one of the quietest I think I've been in. It's really relaxed and chill. Being an SUV, you're looking at
wanting to be able to do those daily activities, whether it be driving on the motorway, taking your kids to school, whatever it needs to be, really comfortably, really easily, and stress-free, because sometimes driving can be very stressful, as showcased by the 5 police cars that have just gone past on blues. Anyway, you want driving to be stress-free. You don't want to be getting into your car and like, oh, I've got to drive here. It makes it a lot more enjoyable, especially when it comes down to things like traffic, popping around town. You know that it's just going to be so easy to hop in this car, get all the errands, all the jobs done that you need to, and not feel absolutely exhausted after you've done them. The steering itself is very nicely weighted. It's not too heavy, it's not too light. You can still feel what you need to feel without feeling every single little bump. And it's the same with the suspension. It's not the softest, but it's soft enough, if that makes sense. You still want to feel these things if you're going for something that has that little bit more performance, because you want to utilize that performance, and in order to do that, you need to feel what's going on underneath you. But it does that in such a cool way in terms of not compromising on the comfort. And it's really hard to explain that, but maybe just drive one and you'll see what I mean. So there we have it. That's everything you need to know on the new VW ID5 GTX. Now, I'd definitely like to spend a bit more time getting to know this car, so who knows. But for now, you know the drill. To make my journey your journey, like or subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.